Thank you, Tom. Following up on that rather upbeat song, we have a rather upbeat daily word. Today's daily word is forgive. I release any resentments, fears or judgments I hold. As long as my infinite spirit continues its human experience, resentments, fears, and negative judgments will be part of that journey. By dissolving these negative reactions to the world and replacing them with healing power of infinite love, I discover my spiritual purpose. The key to that purpose is forgiveness, allowing myself to see from the perspective of spirit, free from the illusions of this mortal world. From that perspective, I see only love expanding every day in greater expression. Today, I joyfully release any resentments, fears, or negative judgments I may hold concerning myself and others, but particularly myself. And today's Bible verse comes from Mark chapter 11, verse 25. Whenever you stand praying, forgive, if you have anything against anyone, so that your Father in heaven may also forgive you your trespasses.
So right here, right now, let us prepare for meditation. I invite you to get very comfortable and place both feet flat on the floor, so this allows you to feel grounded. Close your eyes if you'd like. As this time is just for you. Pay attention and observe any place in your body that needs a little extra kindness and love. And allow your body just to become comfortable. This is the time for you to receive and to listen. We are right now surrounded by the 12 powers. And at this time, we allow ourselves to have a greater understanding to activate the powers within us. This month is the glorious month of imagination. And this power of imagination allows us to let go of form and the visible. This allows us to trust in the invisible substance of truth within us. And in our imagination, right there in front of you, is two of your favorite teachers or mentors that have guided you on your spiritual journey. And they are asking you to go and sit right between them. So you walk over and you sit down right in between your favorite teachers. And as you sit down, you experience the divine energy of their presence. And this divine energy fills each one of your cells with the holy substance of truth. And it fills each muscle in your body. And it allows you just to rest your mind and to trust in the invisible substance of imagination. That substance that truly knows. And you take another nice, deep breath, which reminds you of this glorious present moment. And now I invite you just to listen to anything that is being revealed to you right here, right now. Just listen. And the glorious thing about meditation is we can return to this place at any time. We are open to receiving and as you are in this present moment, we will be singing the Lord's Prayer.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever.
Have you ever gotten a pizza burn? The burn that requires our instantaneous attention and awareness. It screams for a response. A visceral experience, all cells are activated and reminded of past pain. Our bodies feel everything. It is our inner landscape. It is the burn that doesn't disappear when we take another bite. We re-experience the pain. I will be using pizza burns as a metaphor to our many life's experiences that are indeed like pizza burns, wanting our full attention, awareness, and transformation. In this pizza burn moment is the gold. Do we embrace and uncover the gold, or blame the enemy? A forgettery of who we really are? Gold metaphysically represents our spiritual gifts, the richness of truth substance within all of us. Do we even allow the pain to register as ours? Do we want to run, fight? Now I could say, I will never, never eat pizza again. Pizza will then become my perceived pain and my perceived enemy that caused me pain. If we believe the pain is outside ourselves, we are victims of that belief and no healing can occur. I was at an intensive NVC retreat for 8 days. NVC is nonviolent communication, a philosophy created by Marshall Rosenberg. Marshall says peace requires something far more difficult than revenge or merely turning the other cheek. It requires empathizing with the fears and the unmet needs that provide the impetus for people to attack each other. Being aware of these feelings and needs, people lose their desire to attack back because they see the human ignorance leading these attacks. Instead, their goal becomes providing the empathetic connection and education that will enable them to transcend their violence and engage in cooperative relationships. Peace comes through us when we practice our principles. A key component to NVC is empathy. I was at the retreat thinking that I was attending to reinforce what I already knew to bring back to my teaching NVC. I was at one of the seminars around empathy, and I was unaware of the lurking, hidden curriculum just for me. I was giving empathy to one of my participants in class. I was asked by the instructor to hold my responses as I was not practicing empathy. Ouch! It was a full-fledged pizza burn in front of my peers. I could feel my entire body react. Thoughts like, why do I always attend retreats that are so far away from home? This one was in California, making an exit plan difficult. Thoughts like, I can't get it, to the facilitator obviously does not know what she's talking about. These thoughts were going back and forth, circumlocutory, creating this enemy consciousness. My perceived enemy? I will never attend retreats again. Or if I do, I will never say anything. Or I don't care, I won't be sharing this information anyway. The chatter mind, which keeps our body alert. When I react, I impose a belief of limits, either fight or flight, as opposed to creating unlimited possibilities. Pamela Chodron quotes, if you are hooked, this is a clue that you have some work to do. And you, only you, can call yourself back. Then I took a pause to breathe. And the words of Charles Fillmore, practical Christianity. Practical Christianity is the teachings of Jesus practically applied in one's daily life. So practical Christianity is the teachings of Jesus practically applied in one's life. Transformational activism is creating an action plan within ourselves again and again. It requires renewal and meeting this with self-empathy. A principle implies doing something over and over. It is a continual process. There is no graduation. Charles de Gaulle quotes, "We may well go to the moon, but that's not far. The greatest distance we have to cover still lies within us. Our truth knows that we have unlimited possibilities. I believe Jesus spoke in a language of NVC, empathy being a key to discovering our oneness within ourselves and everyone else. In John chapter 17, verses 20 to 25, Jesus says to his disciples, I ask not only on behalf of these, but also on behalf of those who will believe in me through their words, that they may all be one. As you, Father, are in me, and I am in you, may they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. The glory that you have given me, I have given them, so that they may be one as we are all one. I in them and you in me. Father, I desire that those whom you have given me may be with me, where I am, to see your glory, which you have given me because you have loved me before the foundation of the world. Righteous Father, the world does not know you, but I know you, and these know that you have sent me. I make your name known, so that the love with which you have loved me may be in them and I in them. This entire Bible passage is a reflection of empathy, the power of oneness, and our holy presence, trusting and knowing we are all divine expressions of God. Jesus spoke of our divine inheritance and common union of oneness and glory. Glory is realizing divine oneness in everything. Jesus is that I am part in us that knows and aligns with our principles of oneness in our thoughts. We are all divine. The power of prayer and meditation. Minding our own business and practice, practice, practice. Do you know the best artists and performers have probably practiced maybe more than 10,000 hours? Our principles, when in action, creates transformational activism, changing us from the inside out. Can we transform with action our pizza burns or enemy consciousness by quickening our I am, Christ consciousness, wholeness, love, empathy, and glory? Reverend Bill Holden quotes, "We transform ourselves every time we have a Christed thought. The effects these divinely charged thoughts have on us, spiritually, emotionally, and cellularly, is transformative. Neuroscientists are very aware of the rewiring and the restructuring effects our thoughts have on our physiology and biology. So practicing our holy presence, being empathetic towards ourselves and others, we are all part of the whole. Empathy is seen through spiritual eyes of our common union of oneness and love. Empathy is practicing the presence of the I am. Marshall Rosenberg, the founder of NVC, states spirituality and love are more about what we do than what we feel. Spirituality and love are more about what we do than what we feel. A practice of being love through our actions. Jesus practiced empathy by reminding us to remain awake and connected to the truth of who we are. He looked at all of his disciples as one, with beautiful spiritual gifts within. There is no separation in spirit. We are all one. Transformational activism is the inner gold substance activated by remaining awake in deep knowing and practicing our principles. Jesus was empathy. He did not tell a one-upping story, educating, fixing us, discounting, sympathizing, analyzing, data gathering, or defending. Just remain awake to the truth of you, your divine inheritance. So at the NVC retreat, when I was experiencing my pizza burn, I do not believe I would hear Jesus saying to me, a one-upping story, "Oh, I had a pizza burn at the Last Supper, and it was much, much worse than yours." Or educating, "I think you need to read or reread the Book of God." Or discounting, "That's nothing. You should feel good that they allowed you to stay. I have been asked to leave many situations." Or fixing me, "Don't worry. Remember, you are a slow learner. You will eventually get it." Or sympathizing, "Oh, you poor little thing. I just hate that facilitator that said that to you. What is her name and her email address?" Or data gathering. "What happened? Does this facilitator have a history of doing these things? When was the last time she did that to someone else?" Or defending. "Hey, listen, you are a licensed Unity teacher and you should know better." Or analyzing me. "So, how many times have you experienced this? Did it happen often to you as a child? Where did it start? With your mother or with your father?" I believe that Jesus would see the Christ in me and be a holy presence with empathy and reminding me to remain awake and return home. Jesus feels and sees our divine energy, our holy presence, inviting transformational activism. So begin with a curious mind to observe your practice of self-empathy and empathy for others. Empathy is an energy of being fully present to yourself or others. Do you find yourself telling a one-upping story, educating, discounting, fixing, sympathizing, data gathering, defending, or analyzing to yourself or to others? What happens to you when you fall asleep to the truth of the beauty of yourself? Empathy is our spiritual gift of practicing the presence of oneness, glory, and love. Not one-upping, educating, discounting, sympathizing, data gathering, defending, or analyzing. When you experience a pizza burn or enemy consciousness, pause and connect to practical Christianity, the daily practice of Jesus' teachings in our life. Practical Christianity is transformational activism, meeting our inner world with the richness of truth substance, the glory of connecting to empathy, our holy, holy presence. Namaste.